Yo, what's going on guys, Max here, helping you guys level up your game, and in this video I'll be giving you some tips and tricks on how to get better aim in Fortnite. So stay tuned and make sure you watch the video until the very end to find out the most important thing that will help you improve your aim super fast. But anyways, without any further ado, let's jump straight into the video. So, how does the shooting mechanic really work in Fortnite? Well, I'm sure most of you know this, however, for the people that don't, the bullets that you shoot can land anywhere within your crosshairs basically. A common misconception a lot of Fortnite players actually run into when trying to improve their aim is thinking that all of their bullets will land in the center, and technically it would make sense for that to happen because there's literally a dot in the middle of your crosshair, but that's only there to pretty much help you center your aim. And yeah, that's pretty much how the shooting mechanic works. I hope that was a good explanation. That explanation actually only applies to weapons such as ARs, SMGs, pistols, basically anything apart from shotguns or snipers. So I hope that makes sense, and let's get into the first tip that I'm going to give you that will pretty much help you get better aim, and that is going to be changing your sensitivity. And this is going to take quite a while if you are new to the game, but if you've been playing the game consistently for the past, I don't know, like couple of weeks or maybe a few months, then you will know that there's a building and the editing sensitivity in game which is there to pretty much help you decide on a building, editing, and aiming sensitivity separately, because it's just a whole lot easier that way. The reason I say it will take you a while to actually change your sensitivity is because you want to find the perfect sensitivity for you. Everybody's preferences are different, however, from what I have found, the best sort of X and Y sensitivities that you guys should be looking into is anything from 0.650 to 8.50 basically. And those sensitivities have been reliable, and they're there's a good range of sensitivities you can basically pick from there. 6.5 is for the players that like to have a lot more control with their aim, and love to basically center their crosshairs in game, and just to run around knowing that they're gonna hit shots whenever and wherever they go if they're looking at their opponent. And for the players that actually play with higher sensitivity, they are pretty much the players that love to flick shot and love to be able to have full control of their movement in fights, which I do also appreciate, but it is up to you what you guys actually want to go for. It depends on your playstyle, it depends on a lot of factors, but just try and find the best sensitivity for yourself. Unfortunately, I'm not entirely familiar with the linear and exponential settings because I haven't really touched that or looked at any of that in the Fortnite YouTube scene, because I just haven't been bothered. I just stuck to my old settings. But if you guys want to find out what exponential, linear, and other settings are, you might want to look that up after this video. But anyways, you might want to start changing your sensitivity if you don't feel comfortable with it, as I was saying. And how you're gonna do it? You're gonna do it bit by bit. Don't make drastic changes straight away. Make sure that you can actually control your sensitivity. Otherwise, there's not much point of making drastic changes and just going up and down and literally not being able to control either sensitivity. So just make sure you're not doing too much, you're not increasing it or decreasing it by a whole lot in just one jump. And yeah, that's all I can really say for the sensitivity. But anyways, the second tip I really want to just encourage and force you to take on board is using creative maps and courses which are just based for aiming. And these are very, very common nowadays. There's a bunch of them on YouTube. I've said this time and time again, but I just want you lot to go out of your way and practice your aim in those creative courses, because creative, I've really been seeing its value in the past couple of weeks, and it's actually such a good way to improve your aim. So do invest a lot of time in that if you want to improve your aim, and I'm sure it will pay off. Anyways, the next step I'm going to move on to is playing a lot of box fights and zone wars, and these two are very popular nowadays. Maybe not when you're watching this video, but at this very moment they are just so popular, and a lot of people love to play them. And you can basically find zone wars or box fights on YouTube, or you can just, play them with your friends. And it's very fun, but it also helps you improve your mechanics, not only aiming but also editing and building. So do try those out, and I do hope that helps. The next thing we're going to be moving on to is playing a ton of solos, and what you should be doing in those solo games is taking most fights. If you are wondering why your aim is not improving and you're not particularly taking any fights in game, and whenever you run into anyone you try hide instead of try fight them, then don't wonder why your aim isn't that good. When I actually used to play Fortnite like all the time, and I was really looking to improve not only my aim but just overall, I would just jump into solos and try and go for high kill games, and that's what you guys should try to do as well, because it's such a good way to improve not only your shooting mechanic but also other mechanics, as I've said. And just try and take most fights. It doesn't matter if you die, because in the long run it will be worth it. Even if you ruin your KD, if you're worried about that, then I mean, just forget it, man. Like, if you really want to get good at a game, then you should go out of your comfort zone and actually start doing something that will benefit you, just like playing solos in this example basically. But moving on to the last step of the video, and that is going to be practice. Just play Fortnite whenever, wherever you can. That will definitely get your aim better, because if you play more Fortnite, think about it, the more time you spend doing anything, you're gonna get way better at it. So, it's just a life principle really. Like, if you practice, then you're just going to get better at that thing, and in this case of course it is going to be aim. And that pretty much wraps up the whole guide. I do hope this has helped you guys, and I hope you have enjoyed the video, and if that is the case then make sure to let me know by leaving a like on the video. It really does go a long way, because it does push the video out to more people. So if you could help me with that, then I'd be very grateful, and I'm sure the people that find these videos will be too. So I do hope you hit the like button. Also do subscribe to the channel with notifications on to never miss another upload from me ever again. And if you want to support me even further, then make sure to use the code MaxGamer7 in the Fortnite item store, as it will grant me a percentage of the money spent when you buy something in the store, and any and all purchases are really appreciated. But on that note, I am out, guys. Peace.